Greetings for the day. Welcome to another session of Cyber Law and Ethics. My name is Mohammed Ali. In today's session, we're going to finish off our first unit, and in today's session, we're going to learn about top cybersecurity challenges. Now, what are the different cybersecurity challenges? Let me, before we start our today's topic, let me see what are the things that we have studied in the previous session. We studied about the different mechanisms of cyber security threats with reference to password cracking, with reference to phishing, spear phishing, XYZ type of things. Now, in today's session, we are going to see the top cyber security challenges. Now, what can be the cyber security challenges with reference to cyberspace? Sorry. Now, in with reference to cybersecurity challenges, it says in addition to the more specific issues covered above, there are also broader challenges faced by many cybersecurity teams. Below are few most common current challenges. Now, what are the challenges? The first one is with reference to mobile devices that are difficult to manage and secure. Now, the main objective of cybersecurity or cyber law is to make your device more secure, to make your device more easy to access, to make your device more accessible to cyberspace, providing the security and accessibility and different secured methods so that the cyberspace can be used more efficiently. Now, with reference to the mobile devices, it says even if people haven't fully embraced smart technologies, nearly everyone has a mobile device or some sort. Now, further it says smartphone, laptops, and tablets are common. Sorry, like these things are very much common. These devices are often multi-purpose, used for both work and personal activities, and users may connect device to multiple networks throughout the day. Now, this is a major concern with reference to cyberspace or cybersecurity. If at all, if any of your elder brothers or siblings or any of your relatives who are working in MNC, you will be receiving that they'll be having their laptops which they will be using only for their office purpose. Though they will be having different laptops, but they will be using only that particular laptop for that particular thing to access and to work from home, or like they will be using that particular laptop for the office purpose only. But because that laptop is been designed in such a way that no other devices will be entertained on that particular laptop or on that particular device. Why? Because to improve the security, why? Because that particular laptop is been connected to a network. If at all if at all if I'm accessing a pen drive of mine or a personal pen drive of mine, and that pen drive has a virus in that, then the chances of that virus spreading all over the network is very high. So for that particular reason, the corporate people does not want unnecessary nuisance in their network. So what they will do, they will allocate a laptop and they'll tell that to use this particular laptop only to work from home or to work from it. If at all if you're connecting any of the extra devices, that will show on their network that this particular laptop was been connected to this particular pen drive, or this particular thing has been downloaded from this particular website. So all of the things is managed so that the device or the what you call as the system can be more secure. The device or the things can be more secure. So that's what the thing it is saying. Like what it's saying, smartphone, laptops, and tablets are common. These devices are often multi-purpose, used for both work and personal activities, and users may connect devices to multiple network throughout the day. And see, it is not advisable to connect to any of the public Wi-Fi or public network. Why? Because the moment you get connected to any of the public Wi-Fi or public network, the chances of your information being passed on the network is very high. For example, you are connected to my particular Wi-Fi, and I can copy all of the data. Like I can copy your contacts, I can copy your multimedia, I can see the different transaction, I can copy your nodes in which you will be writing your important things like username, passwords, or the things to do, or XYZ type of things. This will help the attacker to gain more access and to know more of the things of about your devices. So this is the reason why public Wi-Fi is not advisable to be connected. Okay. Now the next thing is, this abundance and widespread use make mobile devices an appealing target for attackers. Now, targeting is not new, but the real challenge comes from security team not having full control over devices. Now, what it further says, bring your own device policies are common, but these policies often do not include internal control or management. Now, if at all, I don't know like whether you have heard about this or not. Bring your own devices. This is the common thing that is been trending in the current generation. Now, what do you mean by this? Bring your own devices. Bring your own devices in the sense, uh, you, the person who is working as an employee in a company, will be having your own device. Like I can like in common thing I can, if at all, if I say is like, if at all when you are going to school, there used to be a school bus, one means of transportation. The second means of transportation is that you will be going by your own transport. You will be going by your own transport, like by RTC bus, by auto, or by like your father will be dropping to your school, anything. The means of communication, maybe the you are going to school by school bus is a common thing, is a common thing. And the other means apart from the school bus is called as your own means of communication. In the same way, if at all if you are working in an office, if at all if you are working in any of the corporate, the system that has been already been provided by the system is the traditional thing. And apart from that, you bringing your own things to the office is called as bring your own device, or it is shortly called as BYOD. Okay. Now, bring your own device policies are common, but these policies often do not include internal control or management. The risk with reference to bring your own devices is 50-50. If at all if I am bringing my own device with an intention of breaching your particular system, or breaching or bypassing the network and getting access to other things, this is also one of the things. Or second thing is like, you will be having limited restrictions with reference to access of the network. Any of the things can happen. Now the next point it says is, often security teams are only be able to control what happens with these devices within the network perimeters. Now devices may be out of date, already infected with malware, or have insufficient protection. These only The only way security team may have to block these threats is to refuse connectivity, which is which is not practical. Like for example, you have given the access of bringing your own devices. This the like, instead of saying that, if at all if I say in this way, when you are giving your project review, I told you all to bring only the presentations and execution process along with you. We will execute that particular application on my system, or at the college we are going to execute that particular system. One type of communication. Second type of communication is like, you need to bring your own laptops. We will be providing you with a projector connector, from which you need to show the presentation as well as the execution process. The second way is called as bring your own devices. With reference to the second what we call as method, if at all if you try to penetrate into the network of college and gain access of marks and different things and change marks things, then this is very much dangerous, and blocking this particular thing is practically impossible, because when the concept of bring your own devices is been considered with reference to bring your own device, then if at all if I'm blocking your particular system, then the concept of bring your own device doesn't work. So this is what with reference to mobile devices are difficult to manage and secure. Now the next point is with reference to the complexity of cloud environment. This also plays a very prominent role with reference to cyberspace, cloud computing or cloud environment. See, computer science engineering is not limited to some particular thing. Like at this some point of time it is saying cloud, at the next point it might be saying with reference to the blockchain. Next time it can be said with reference to artificial intelligence. It can be anything, but here it has been said as with reference to the cloud environment. Now what it says, with businesses moving to cloud resources daily, many environments are growing more complex. This is particularly true in the case of hybrid and multi-cloud environment, which requires extensive monitoring and integration. Now what is this hybrid cloud and all these things? We would have been studying in cloud computing. If at all we have not studied with reference to the hybrid cloud and all these things, recently our head of the department, Dr. Bari sir has given a brief explanation with reference to this hybrid cloud and multi-cloud and all these things. So you can go and check with reference to all of these things with reference to cloud computing. Now which requires extensive monitoring and integration. So this requires very extensive monitoring and integration, because with reference to the cloud, what are the things that you are uploading will be get stored, and anybody can access that particular cloud. So you should be very much well aware what to be uploaded, when to be uploaded, and what need to be shown to which type of user. Now the next one, it says, with every cloud service and resource that is included in an environment, the number of endpoints and chances for misconfiguration increases. Additionally, since resources are in cloud, most if not all endpoints are internet facing, granting access to attackers on a global scale. Now what do you mean by this? This means that see, if at all if you want to download any of the video from the internet, you cannot download it directly. You need to have different applications to download the videos. For an example, you want to download this particular video, what you need to do, you will be using user friendly what you call as video downloader with reference to the YouTube. Like you will be having different applications by which we will be downloading this particular video. Or else there is something called as internet download manager, which helps you to download any type of the video which is available on the web page. So that is what is said over here. Sorry. Additionally, since resources are in cloud, most if not all endpoints are internet facing, granting access to attackers on a global scale. In the sense, with reference to internet download manager, you can download any of the clips on the web page. So this is considered one of the what you call as attacks on a particular website, because that particular website doesn't want to give you the access to download that particular video, but you are downloading with reference to different applications being used, third party application. Also this will create what do you call as attack on your system also, because internet download manager, for instance I'm telling you, when he is giving an access to that particular website, can give the access to your system also to the attacker. Understood what I'm saying? So this is with reference to the cloud environment. The next it says is, to secure these environments, cyber security team needs advanced centralized tooling and often more resources. These include resources for 24/7 protection and monitoring, since resources are running and potentially vulnerable even when the workday is over. So this is with reference to the complexity with reference to cloud environment. Now the last point is with reference to sophisticated phishing exploits. Phishing is an old but still common tactic used by attackers to gain sensitive data, including credentials and financial information. In the past, phishing emails were vague, often posing as authority figures with wide user base, for example Facebook or Netflix. Now however, phishing often leverages social engineering. Okay, now what do you mean by phishing? Like I have told you in the previous session, phishing is the exact duplicate copy of the original one, but it will not give you the access. It will return back you to the original page, thinking that there might be some of the internet connection loss. So that is the reason phishing is been a common practice. Now phishing is one of the thing, and spear phishing is also another thing. Spear phishing is within your peer groups, there will be someone who will be attacking your credentials within the groups. That is what we call as spear phishing. The next point is, many people willingly make large amount of information about themselves public, including where they live and work, their hobbies and their brand loyalties. Attackers can use this information to send targeted messages, increasing the likelihood that users will fall for their tricks. This is with reference to the phishing attacks, and also with reference to the cyber security and cyberspace. It is not advisable, it is not recommended that you put every of the information on the internet, where you have been and what you are eating. So this will give you an idea to the attackers what can be done. I'll give you a small example with reference to this particular statement. Hope that it will help you with reference to usage of your social media accounts. The things goes like this. There was a family who went for an outing, or who went for a trip, or who went for to who like who went for some of the what do you call as a trip to another country or to another place. Now there after they went to the party, or after they went to the trip, there was a thief who made into the home and bulgered something, like who took all of the money and all these things, and he went. Later on, when this thief was been caught, he was been asked, like, why did you do this particular what do you call as bulgari into the system? Why did you break into that system, or break into that home? Sorry, not the system, break into that home. He said, like, I was not intentionally going into his home, but they intentionally told me to come into his house and do this particular thing. Why? Because I have been observing these people regularly. What they are doing is, like, whatever they do in their daily activity, they post it on the Facebook. One day I saw this post, like, we all are going for a party at this place for this with all these members for these particular days. I was for sure that in their home there are only this number of people, and while they are leaving, they gave me a chance to break into their house and do what are the thing that I wanted to do. So at this point of time, you think, we have a thought that what are the thing that we are doing, what are the thing that we are doing should not be posted on the social media. And the biggest misconception with reference to social media is not to promote yourself, and social media is not to what you call as speak about yourself. Social media was actually been invented, or actually been introduced to, so that you can say something about your place, your particular what you call as area, or about some other thing happening across you. For instance, like, it was something like a news. The social media was something like a news, but unfortunately we are using it for our own promotion to get some of the things. So that's the secondary thing. But with reference to putting of the information on your social media will give you a great loss. And also, the more videos that you post it on your what do you call as social media, and the more photos you post it on this particular social media, the more loss you will be in. Why? Because with reference to your videos, we can, like, it is very much easier for me with reference to artificial intelligence to create a video which you have not said anything. For an idea, you can see with reference to, like, go and visit the YouTube channel Dhruv Rathi, and in that search for the video artificial intelligence. There you can see uh, with reference to Obama's what we call as daily routine, the attacker or the person has created a video and spoke something which Obama hasn't spoken until date. So though computer science engineering, or though advanced technology is helping the persons to recreate the things, but it also what we call as attacking personal things. So just to give you an idea, I have told you all these things. So this is with reference to sophisticated phishing exploits. Then the next one is with reference to state sponsored attacks. This is being done with reference to gain some access. Now this all depends upon the friendship relation among the countries, among the states. For example, there is some attacker who is from Pakistan and who is attacking our Indian servers or some of the things. Then this particular thing will be taken as a very serious thing. But if the same thing happens with reference to other countries apart from our neighboring country, then the chances of things will be very much different. So state sponsored attacks is totally dependent on the relations of the states and relations of the countries. Now what it says, as more of the world moves to the digital realm, the number of large scale and state sponsored attacks are increasing. Network of hackers can now be leveraged and bought by opposing nations, states and interested group to cripple government and organizational system. Now For some of these attacks, the results are readily apparent. For example, numerous attacks have been identified that involve tampering with elections. Others, however, may go unnoticed, silently gathering sensitive information such as military strategies or business intelligence. In either case, the resources funding these attacks enables criminals to use advanced and distributed strategies that are difficult to detect and prevent. So this is with reference to this state sponsored attack. Just to have an idea, think in this way or understand this thing in this way. If at all, if any of your close friend does something mischief to you, you will neglect it, for instance. But if at all, if any of the person whom you don't like, if at all, if he does a small thing also, you will take a bigger action. That is what we call as state sponsored attacks. Okay, just to make you understand, I told you all of these things. I hope that's all for today's session, and this completes our first unit. That's all for today's session. If at all, if you have any doubt with reference to today's session and with reference to first unit, you can ping me at my email address rahmat_ali2@com, or we can have a doubt clarification session at any of the commonly decided time, and we can have a doubt clarification session. I hope you understood something. If at all, if you have any doubt, as I have told you, thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. See you in the next session.